Board. Call to order. Roll call.
Commissioner Gaffrosa, Commissioner Livermore.
Here.
Commissioner Nettleton.
Here.
Commissioner Rondo.
Here.
Commissioner Seaver.
Here. Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Republic comments. That's the one you're looking for.
Yes, my name's Tom Chirkle from Evans Junction. And we asked the clerk to give copies of an affidavit to everyone. And my request is that you would add that to your agenda for consideration and that we would be allowed to talk about it at that point.
Any other comments? Anything that comes through here just to goes through committee first, gets checked out, then it goes put on the board. So if you bring it here today, it's gonna go through our committee process. And then we'll bring them.
So are you saying it won't get put on the agenda today?
No. It'll go on to our committee. That way. I'm not a lawyer. I don't plan on, I don't, and I'm not gonna speak on behalf.
It's old business though.
Never been on our
It's
agenda.
never been on our agenda.
The license plate readers have been on your agenda.
Right.
And it's in regards to the license plate readers.
Yeah. But it's new information that's bring to us.
I don't think it's anything new that you guys haven't seen before. It's simply a statement of the law in regards to that. And we're gonna just ask that you would rescind your resolution to install license plate reader cameras all over Alger County. And that so in that sense, it's not anything new that you are looking at. It is reconsideration of the resolution that has already been passed.
So we'll take that to the committee to talk about whether we will.
Right, and that would go to a committee, just like if. My computer ain't too happy today.
Where you want?
No. Just like if anybody comes to the board right now and today and give a letter, we want to change policy. No, it's got to go through. Our whole, it's got to go through the processes. Like it or not.
And I understand that. What I'm asking for is that you would allow us to speak about that so that when you take it to committee, you'll have an understanding of where we are coming from. If not, you know, we will deal with it in a different way.
This will go to committee and that's
Yes.
open committee, open to the public. So that would be, what would that be under?
Admin
Administrative.
Administrative?
and executive. Probably.
Yeah, it's gonna end up at, so you're looking at probably it'll be both talked about at that'd be the 11 o'clock and the 12 o'clock on our committees.
And that would be what day?
First Tuesday of the month.
First Tuesday of the month. Right. Then I think that what we'll do at this point is just, you know, we were hoping to just give you a copy of the affidavit.
Yeah.
But what we will do then is just give you the notarized copy of the affidavit at this time. Then. And we don't have to stay here for all that. Yeah.
That's fine.
Right. Just don't give me the control. Right. They my bottom pages on this. We'll just pass those out to everybody that needs one.
Yes, but these are the notarized copies of it.
In that way it'll go through our legal, everything else, so we know where we sit.
Right.
I don't want to make any decisions not knowing where we sit on either side. I don't think anybody else here does also.
Oh, watch the way.
Thank you.
So this will go on those agendas?
Yeah, it goes to committee.
Committee, yeah,
Yep.
and those committee agenda.
And then it goes to them with committee. They can be there to speak at committee. Yep. The committee makes a recommendation if it comes here or not.
Not sure if I'll be able to make it to the committee meeting, so can I just share a statement then at this point
We can zoom in.
regarding that?
Can you zoom?
Possible? Yeah.
How long is this statement?
It's short. It's not long. So John Philip Curran made a statement quite a while ago. The condition upon which God hath given liberty to man is eternal vigilance, which condition, if he break, servitude is at once the consequence of his crime and the punishment of his guilt. It's very easy for people to let the actions of government run undeterred for the simple reason that they're too busy with their daily circumstances. But that's why our Constitution gives us the right to redress grievances. And so I am asking with this affidavit that you would reconsider the proposal to install license plate reading cameras in Alger County. I believe that you guys have probably already read this, but Noah Stein of the University of Michigan Ford School of Public Policy, in his evaluation of license plate readers, said that an ACLU report on Maryland law enforcement declares that for every million plates scanned, only 47 had a potential association with serious crime. And that means the data is collected and stored on 999,963 people who have no connection to any serious crime. Stein's evaluation also claims that between 10 and 37% of those reads are misreads. And it bothers me a great deal that this would be considered an appropriate way to protect the rights of the people. An American maxim of law states that the main object of government is the protection and preservation of personal rights, private property, and public liberties, and upholding the law of God. And so I'm just asking that you guys, as you read this, that you would rescind your previous resolution to install those license plate readers in Alger County. That's it.
Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else, brief public comment? Nope. Agenda. Anybody got any changes on the agenda?
Move to accept the agenda as printed.
We have a second?
A second.
All in favor? Opposed? Agenda. Number 9, consent agenda. Anybody got any questions on the consent agenda? You get a motion to approve?
Move to approve the consent agenda as printed.
I'll support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can you vote on that since there's resolutions on
Okay, go ahead. Roll call.
it? Commissioner Caprosa? Here. Yes.
There, got both ones.
Oh, behind. There's a couple of snow belt areas.
Commissioner Livermore?
Yeah.
Commissioner Middleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo?
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver?
Yes.
Thank you.
Minutes. There was one that I had a question on, but unfortunately I cannot get to it.
Then for
I think it was the date on,
I gotta give her a fan.
oh wait, it says, well,
Now you're updating.
good time for my, just to start updating. I think it was the meeting I was at, but on top, January 20th, I think the date was wrong. Might have been. See if you can find it.
December 9th.
No.
Hearings, same as the.
So I did that for the agenda for last week. It was-
Okay, that's where I seen it different, maybe.
Yeah, it was January 13th. It was the committee of the whole meeting this month.
Yeah,
I put
no,
20
right.
fund.
The 9th and the 16th.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's where I seen the date wrong.
Yeah,
I
it
was
wasn't
like,
finished.
wait, that already happened, but today's,
Yeah, I fixed that after the meeting.
okay. All right, then I'm good. I'm good then.
There was a motion made to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Move to approve the minutes from committee of the whole, the public hearing. For the budget and for the Board of Commissioners meeting last month.
Second,
I'll second
roll call on that one you want?
No,
Okay, all in favor?
I,
Opposed? Pass. Number 11, 2025 committee list. Everybody happy with their list? I think really.
yeah, you
the
answered
question
my
answered, okay,
question.
Mickey had a question, that's why I
Oh.
didn't put it on the consent, so.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
fine with it.
Before the meeting.
I'll
That's
make
So that we can scratch.
what we need to do.
get a vote on it.
Yeah, we never.
Well, we did that at the organizational.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. since then.
No, we just wanna leave it as is. Well, if we don't say anything on it, we have no board action on it, it drops.
Okay,
Done.
Don't have a motion, it drops.
Well, we just ran into the problem the other day. I was unable to make it to the materials management. We don't have an alternate. Should we have an alternate for that?
I think we made that vote before where we can alternate.
And I would have, but I.
That was, no, that was for our
already, so-
committees.
For hours.
Our
Hours.
Our committees, but for the bigger ones, we have an alternate for like
Mhm.
the fairgrounds and different things. So it's an outside.
Yeah, if you want to
But-
put an alternate for that, and then just
Can-
approve it next week.
How does QPAD think about that with our way that's set up? Is that okay? Can we do that? Cause we have one representative, they have different representatives for different people.
Right.
Will that work for?
It would still have to be
Be
a
a
commissioner that
commissioner.
would have to go on there,
I think that's
so.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, check with Ryan, see if we can,
You want to pick somebody now, so I can,
I was just thinking anybody that's available. I mean, if we pick one person, what if that one's not available either? If we just leave it open to anybody that's available, at least we have a chance to have somebody there.
you might have to name someone.
I guess, I know what I mean, but.
Most of the alternates are named.
Oh, they can do
I
that.
volunteer to be an alternate.
You got her. I mean,
Perfect, cause I
He's
figured it was
the
gonna be me,
closest.
so.
yeah, well,
I don't know what the hell I'd be doing.
And I filled in, but
Recycling.
we were short-handed already that day.
And those meetings are officially the third Thursdays at 3 o'clock. Yeah, they just sent that out. I was unable to make it.
Yeah, that's gonna,
do
Yeah.
we need anything on that?
That one's not under QPAD, it's its own.
Yes, it is.
So,
Oh, I started on a QPAD though.
where do they meet at?
but is it a separate, it's actually a multi-county,
Right,
Right.
that's why
Or
it said,
using-
so
Or
it's not even on.
or material management.
Right.
Maybe we should.
It's not a QPAD meeting officially. is it?
No.
No,
Okay,
No.
I'll add it on here, I'll talk to Ryan about getting an alternate, and then.
Next meeting?
and they meet at the
Okay.
Delta County Service Building.
Number 12, then QPAD appointments, 2 commissioners. Member at large. Next,
you and Kelly,
and
who's the member at large?
Kathy, Lynn.
Ah, do we get any other replies for anybody wanting to?
Did not.
We were wondering why Pam was on it, cause he just looked over like, is it Pam the member at large? But
Planning commission, I think.
it was planning commission or something, how the other board worked it. It was different who the appointments, who should have been there.
can we make her the, or person at large?
Well, we still need more than just us at the county.
Well, it says we need 2 commissioners plus 1, so we need 3 people total. So if there's 2 commissioners, me and you. And then a member at large, Pam.
I don't know that Pam wanted to continue on it.
Oh,
No, I felt mine.
it's just that's, I know you were there.
A lot of times it has to do with our grant writing, they
Mhm.
have people there, put different things like that, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I just.
And If somebody else wants it, I'm fine to hand it to somebody else.
We already had the committee list good, remember?
Yeah, I know. Well, as I said, it took us, for me personally, after the second year, I finally get a little bit of a handle of what you are doing on those other committees. To switch it over now, it's like, I really, starting as early again. So. Number 12, do we have a motion for me, Kelly, and
I'm
Pam?
just gonna have Pam make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Number 13, proposed Michigan Township zoning ordinance amendments. Why do we?
You weren't here last time?
No.
It's in their zoning rules that they have to give it, they have to have us review it.
But
We've
we're not-
never done anything with any of them. They're working on getting it out of there, but for now,
Like to go forward with it at our next township meeting, to let the Olsons go forward with their plans. But it has a 30-day period that it has to sit at the county.
yeah, it's right here. We could sit on it for
before we
30
can act
days.
on it.
but
But
there's no
if you
reason,
guys
because
make a
we don't
motion that you have no comments, then we can act on it before the 30 days is
Yeah,
up.
what is? You just wanna change your zoning.
There's
It's
no,
amendments
we
to the
don't
zoning
have anything to
ordinance.
do with.
So here's my question, why have zonings when you just change them anyway? Change, somebody wants something different, we'll just change it.
Well, because you can't foresee every possibility. So these manufactured housing communities, a trailer park. You can't call them that anymore,
Right.
are allowed in, I mean, it's gonna be a nice one, of course. It's gonna be.
They're not allowed. And so they,
No,
They're
they're
allowed
allowed
in
right
one.
now in our rural residential and our resource production,
yeah,
okay? Well, the Olsons have a chunk of property that happens to be zoned commercial right now. It abuts up to rural residential, but because a slice of it is on M28, but then it goes back. We didn't have in our ordinance that it was allowed in commercial.
right.
We don't really see a problem with it because their plans are to put a manufactured housing sales office on the highway,
Yeah,
you know,
So it is.
So it'll be a commercial operation on the highway.
but then
In the
we'll be back by kind of where the animal shelter
well,
is
it's gonna
gonna
bring,
be.
it's gonna help with people.
With housing,
for
affordable housing,
Yeah,
because an ordinance can't foresee every scenario that's gonna come up.
I just look at it as his property, I think you should be able to do whatever the heck you want with
Well,
it.
then don't have zoning, yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
In this case, they're changing it so they can do.
Right.
Which is
Yeah,
good.
it's a lot easier not to have zoning, I can tell you that.
I believe so too. You look at, the only one that doesn't have a problem with it is like Mickey said, limestone.
Cause they don't have it.
Because you can make ordinances to change anything you want. It's just a zoning, it's just another way of your neighbor telling you what you can and can't do with your own property.
Exactly.
We got a motion on this?
Yeah, I move to approve the township's request on their zoning ordinance change.
That you have no comments.
We have no comment.
Yeah.
I'll second
that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, none.
I forgot what the wording was.
Move
You
forward.
told me last week.
Just
no comment.
Number 14. Time we can finally close Huntington general account number, blah, blah, blah. Are they able to get that out of there?
They won't let me close the account until, without the minutes of the board.
Oh, okay.
So we need this in the minutes. It's a, account that we don't use. And they had already put it dormant.
Yeah.
Which means they were gonna send it to the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
And then, so I put $1 in, keep it open. And, they wouldn't let me close it until
We're doing this to get $1 back.
we're getting all of my. And my dollar.
And my God.
Any questions?
No. Move to close the Huntington general account number ending in 8768.
I'll support that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None passes. 15. Material management planning grant manager.
She wasn't at the meeting, so she was sick.
I was there.
She doesn't know.
So
You need to know.
I can't even look it up now again, so.
It's right here. Basically says that Eagle wants somebody to be the grant manager, just like any of our other grants
Yeah.
that,
So out of each county, we need a grant
a grant
manager.
manager at the county level. It's right there for me.
So you're just looking at me going, Kelly, you're on the. It's
Well, I
me.
know, and it's usually,
I think that.
that was my, was,
I'm like, don't pick
usually
me.
that's what I- well, no, and
She
that's,
just shook her head, so I'm already the liaison contact, so it's.
that was
So
how
we
I
have a
kind of read it
motion.
too, as a.
Here's how you make sure you don't get it, you be the first one to
Right,
pipe up
with
on
somebody
somebody
else.
else, yeah.
I had eyes and ears in the meeting though, so I was like, I tried to, there wasn't a Zoom link, but.
This would just be submitting material that they need to go to Eagle for the application, which is gonna have to come to the board.
Right.
Every single time.
Do we have a motion to,
Motion to. Have Joe be our MM,
PGM?
yeah.
I do have a
materials
question for you
management, grant manager.
Planning grant manager.
about that.
Mm.
Is it, Marquette, City Marquette and Escanaba, are they involved in this too?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep, all 6 counties.
no, I'm talking about the cities. Like,
They have members
cause
that
the city
represent
of
the city.
Alpena has
the
two
county.
different, places you can drop it off, just the city.
So we'll have
So
multiple places too.
I'm just wondering if the cities here are that way or not.
As
Not
far
yet.
as,
They had about 3 or 4 different dumpsters.
Where you can take
Glass,
recycling.
plastic.
the city does not,
If it's-
because as part of your garbage collection program, the
Right.
city already offers recycling.
And then they do have some in Grand Marais and or in Chatham, they have, was it 1 day a week in Chatham at the MSU, you can do.
And there is a dumpster at the landfill for it too.
Mhm.
I think it's $3 a load,
Yeah,
no matter how much you put in their recyclables. Something like that. Don't quote me on the dollar amount, I haven't read the sign the last couple times I've been there.
and what? New things coming around, by the time this is going, it might get thrown out anyways, we might not have to do it by the time. They're saying we have to abide.
I'll second Kelly's motion.
All in favor?
I,
Opposed, none passed, Joel, you're it. Number 16, the confidentiality agreement, personnel policy appendix D, it's just an add-on to the very back, you said? The very last thing.
got it.
Yeah, yeah.
I got this one from the
Page 13.
prosecutor.
A little louder, right there, just one past it.
And this will be,
An appendix on the personnel policy.
oh, is this something that we have if, we have any contractors here working, they sign it also? No,
It'll just be for
our personal, our
employees.
I'm just wondering, if we have general contract stuff working here, sometimes they are in the eyes sight of personal or stuff that they shouldn't be, but no, do we wanna have something to where they sign too?
You add that to the board policy.
We could,
The same document.
the same document. Just to have, so a lot of times, no, they're not working in,
Right.
but if we do have contractors working in a
Just a reminder
sensitive
to
area, that they can see that.
or hear something.
Or here's something, we want them to have some sign that they are not, put it out there. Not that every contractor that comes in here has to sign it, just some, right, at our discretion. That's all I had.
Well, we're talking about the changing of language too. Just
Right, so that's
We'll
future,
bring that up for next week, for
Right.
next month.
right, that's not,
That's a bad
this is
idea.
just today.
Well, that's a good idea, really.
Yeah, I think so.
Any questions on this one though? None, you get a motion?
Move that we approve the agreement of confidentiality and non-disclosure as appendix D in the personnel policy for the county of Alger.
All in favor? Oh, no, we need a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those no pass. 17 bidding procedure updates. Questions?
What are they?
We're very. Oh, there's just around.
You want me to read it?
Yeah,
Those auctions to sell unused equipment shall be posted for at least 5 business days on algercounty.gov under the communications request for bid tab and one other source. A fair market valued minimum bid to be determined by the respective department head is required. Bids for these items may be received by email, mail, or hand delivered to the county clerk's office. Any bid received prior to the deadline shall not be discussed or disclosed to anyone. The county clerk shall notify the winner within 2 business days, and possession of the item must be taken within 5 business days, or the item will be offered to the next highest bidder.
Goes both ways. I still remember I saw you from the van. Yeah, I was gone and you were gone. But it doesn't say anything there has to be paid for. It just says has to be picked up.
I can add, payment must be received.
That's, yeah,
Prior to.
prior to picked up. All right, that's all I got.
And payment must be received. With payment prior to pickup. Or the item will be.
I made that one.
Well. Pay it prior to pickup,
Yeah, you have to pay for it before you take it.
Yeah.
so we
when
got
you-
on,
so
when you
if
send a
they,
check and
they
receive
send a
it.
check and then 6 days go by and you say, oh, we already handed it off, you have to give their money back.
Yeah.
And then the
And
next
you want to show
person.
up within 4 or 5
Yeah,
days and
okay.
hand deliver that check, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure I was clear that like.
And then let us start taking bids by email for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, cause last time that's what we
Yeah,
ran into.
so we don't have to-
was that-
Right.
I knew that part. I was just like, wait a minute.
does it say in there a payment to the clerk's office,
Well,
The treasure.
treasurer,
Actually, to the treasurer.
made payable to.
Elgin County treasurer?
Okay, now we got there again.
Possession of it has to be taken within 5 days.
Say, I can read your addition there, so we can.
I'll start back with any bids received prior to the deadline shall not be discussed or disclosed to anyone. The county clerk shall notify the winner within 2 business days. And possession of the item must be taken within 5 business days, with payment received prior to pickup made payable to Alger County Treasurer, or the item will be offered to the next highest bidder.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Move that we approve the bidding procedures update with the amendment to it.
One second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Number 18, board policy.
That's a link just on the.
Okay, that's right. Did everybody have any questions on that?
We've been over that a couple times, so. Approve the board policy with revision date of January 20th, 2025.
Second that.
You want a roll call on this, Joe?
Policy.
Once we get to the general policy resolution.
Okay. Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Number 19, amendment. To the loan agreement between State Land Bank, and I guess that, we don't even have to do that, do we?
No,
Okay. We put it under there to find out that's not even we already voted on that. months ago. We just finally got the paperwork done on it.
I was looking at it really confused.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we
It was a little bit, I was
doing?
like, I thought we took care of this, but-
So that can be, I'm sorry, that should have been gone on consent agenda. Do we have any unfinished business?
I do not.
Okay. 21 resolutions, general policy resolution.
That's just kind of everything we just went over.
Yeah. It's just,
It'll actually make the board policy
A full.
policy.
So we'll make a motion to accept the general policy resolution.
Second,
roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa? Yes. Commissioner Livermore?
Yes,
Commissioner Nelson?
yes,
Commissioner Rondo?
I don't know what it is, so.
It's just
Board
the
policy.
board policy that we
All these
voted on is
The-
effective.
My
bidding
computer
procedure.
has been down for over a month.
Okay, so the bidding procedure that he just read to you,
Okay,
that's what we're approving that
Oh,
it's officially.
okay, I get
in
you,
the
okay.
policy.
As well as the confidentiality agreement we added.
well, okay,
All
I
the
get
stuff that
that.
we
Yep,
just agreed
to.
okay, I get
Board
it,
policy.
I get you. Yes. I can't read it.
Commissioner Seaver?
Yes. Committee reports. Anybody have any committees? Rick?
No.
None, none,
No,
none.
Missed mine because of COVID.
How's it going? Correspondence, do we have any correspondence?
He has an affidavit of constitutional rights violation.
Not actually, would you bring to us? Well, then copy of that.
Well, no, that wouldn't be separate though, right? This isn't, doesn't have a name on it. Well, it's just one sent to us.
No,
It's the same thing,
it's the same thing, this one was, this one was,
Names
signed.
on this one.
The ones we
I don't
got.
know if it came from somewhere else.
No.
No,
this is gonna be tackled at the committees, right?
Committees, yeah, you limited for that to
Yeah,
attorney?
Yes, well,
he was CC'd on this one.
right, I think it's supposed to go to. Let me see here, yeah, that one wasn't,
I'd be pretty willing to bet, we're gonna want his opinion, so.
yeah. And then you should send it to Robbie first.
I gave them.
You already gave me that? Yeah. So then when you say our attorney, which attorney are you talking about?
A municipal law attorney? Cole or Zappa?
Nope,
No, I don't
I was gonna
think
send it to Cole Stoker.
okay, that would be happier. Yeah. I'd be okay with that, that's so.
I would, yes, I would too.
Who's the attorney?
It'll probably be Bonnie Toski.
Firm is Cole Stoker, isn't it? Yeah,
Cole Stoker Toski.
yeah. Yeah,
We have to make that, you know, board comments? Line pass?
Sorry I'm late today,
Yeah, I think it was a rough day yesterday for you.
long hangovers. Couple of long whiteout.
Yeah.
That's snow golf in Singleton. Is as bad as the one at the Adams Strip.
Yeah.
It was sunny before you could see the cloud bank. And then I rode into this like oasis at the Muse. Beautiful. I had my sunglasses on, Detroit Lions sunglasses. Just came up, Ben Johnson's going to the Bears.
Is he?
Yeah. Showed up on my phone. It's a terrible situation. I agree.
I'm good.
I second that.
Kelly? Nick? No. We only have one, our plowing situation. I got yelled at today by our power, because I ain't supposed to tell him that he's supposed to do a job, so. You were in on that. And I did get hold of Brian's relaying it back to Drew to let them know that it isn't the county's job to let them know that there's 2 inches here that they need to come. That's their job. We were given a couple of numbers in the past. Be courteous, so they didn't have to check all the time. So we called today, I personally called, we had 4 inches there, and he was, person that answered said that, we are not their boss and we don't know what to do, so. That's where we said, so I guess we don't put that courtesy out anymore of telling them when they're the 4 inches or above their trigger time. That's part of their contract, they need to know, they need to check it. That's not our job. That's why we contract, put it down there. But we don't have to deal with it all the time. But. We'll see how far that goes.
Might want to even have Joel put it on the committees and maybe we send them an actual notice that remind them.
That's a good idea.
This is your,
Yep,
this is what's specified,
yeah,
please make sure it happens.
that's all I got. Staff comments, Joel?
Yes, disappointed. I missed the training get together. Sorry, I'm sick. But
Yeah, you missed out.
Oh, yeah, I missed that too. I was in Washington.
other than
Had COVID then too.
I did send everybody, the National Forest Reserve properties in the Alger County. Did you look at it? Just want everybody to, I know I've heard comments different time, how much property we have in the National Forest Reserve and federal. So I thought I'd give you a little synopsis of what we have actually in Alger County, so.
I'm sure.
Shout out to our department, pretty good weekend over this past weekend. We're busy with snowmobile accidents, those were all handled. Pretty good arrest that our department was involved in with our canine. They did a great job and it's gonna lead to even more things coming down the pike, so it's a good one to get off the street. So, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Matt, anything?
I can just piggyback off what the undersheriff said. I went up to Grand Marais on Saturday.
Yeah.
There was an ungodly amount of snowmobiles. You know how many tickets I got up there? 0. And it wasn't from trying. We, huh?
For lack of.
So. Yeah. But I was, yeah, we've gotten a lot of complaints. I don't know if you can pass it on up there, but I sat everywhere. I was up there for 8 hours. And
That was you.
that was me.
Yeah,
I am sneaky.
I was stalking you harmless.
But yeah, I was surprised. I fully anticipated to come across some activity and it just wasn't there.
They have been doing, I think, compared to some years,
Yeah,
where they just racing and
yeah,
a lot of people are just complying with the regulations.
yeah.
A lot of business owners, you know, just remind the riders, hey,
Sure.
you know, you're hurting our business by,
Yeah, no, it was very, I was surprised. Let's just put it that way. It was a very quiet afternoon, which I'm not complaining. So
All the misbehaviors must have been here for the weekend.
they were,
yeah, I
They
mean,
were.
they were lined up. In fact, I talked to Sherry, I called because I said, I waited too late and I needed to get gas and, I did make it to Seney on empty. I thought you guys might have to come pick me up. The sheriff it was Sheriff Brock, right, who was out there with the semis on the wrong side of the road.
Today?
Yeah, just me coming in.
no, that would have been.
It was a sheriff truck.
It
Yeah,
was a truck.
Terry
It
came.
was- That was our
Oh.
Lieutenant Groveback, sorry,
Was
Terry
that-
was on the other one, yeah,
The semi was right on the other side of the road.
yeah.
Okay.
But,
Do you have any public?
I just.
Adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn. Second.
Yeah.
Aye.